Hi everyone, Allison Davis here with another sketch-inspired layout. This time I am using the February 2025 kits paired with a free sketch that I designed for my family scrapbook store, Scrapbook Generation. And I'll link to the sketch down below in the video description if you want to go grab it. This sketch is a part of my sketch support series that I do each month. It's all about showing how you adapt and customize sketches to fit your own needs. So I create a sketch and then I make 3 layouts all based on that same sketch. This video is going to show my process as I make one of those layouts. This sketch is going to go down as one of my favorites to create with, and I feel like it was especially fun to use with Hip Kit Club products. There was a specific paper from the February kit that I immediately knew I wanted to use with this sketch. The sketch features a large square background that has a large vertical strip on the right edge, and then the left side has some slanted strips arranged in a pattern, and they're all 1/4 inch strips. And I know those strips are small, but there are so many ways that you can adapt them to fit different sizes or shapes or styles, and you'll see that in this video. But before we jump into the layout, here are the products I used from the February 2025 kits. From the main kit, I used some of the pattern papers and some of the ephemera. From the embellishment kit, I used the floral die cuts, which I have been really wanting to use these since the second I opened my kits. There are so many fun flower shapes and colors, and some are single flowers. There are some leaves and vines and a few like small groupings of flowers. They are perfect for building eye-catching clusters and designs. I also used some of the puffy stickers, and these are just always so fun. From the cardstock kit, I used one of the papers as the base for my layout. And these cardstock kits are always one of my favorites of each month. I just cannot say enough good things about Hip Kit Club and the products they offer. One of the things I appreciate is that all of the products and embellishments and paper, they are always so well designed and offer a variety of designs and details. I always gauge how well a product is by how easy it is to create with them. And to me, when I use Hip Kit Club products, I swear it feels almost effortless to create. And I promise you, I would never recommend a product so enthusiastically unless I was 1,000% in love with it. Now, if you are interested in subscribing to Hip Kit Clubs, there are some fantastic perks. Once you subscribe, you get a 15% discount on all add-on kit purchases and free shipping for add-on kits that are shipped along with your main kit. You also get free cut file downloads. And if you don't subscribe, you can still purchase individual kits and cut files. And you should definitely go check out all of the HKC kits. And if you want to subscribe, I have a link and discount code that you can use for 10% off. So let's go ahead and jump into the layout I'll be making with this new free sketch. To start, I'm going to cut a piece of white cardstock that is going to be the base for that slanted strips pattern. This makes it so much easier to adhere the strips with that slanted design and cut those straight edges to create the square background. Now, the second I saw this heart pattern paper, I was in love. I have always been drawn to designs with hearts on them, and I especially loved that there is a really pretty color fade from pink to yellow to almost a light orangey color. It kind of reminds me of the sky when the sun is setting. I'm going to cut out several of the columns of hearts. I'm not really measuring them. I started to, but it was kind of making my head hurt trying to figure out how to perfectly center them with a measurement. So I just started winging it and tried to eyeball the center of the hearts in the strip I was cutting. And it's close enough. I'm not going to nitpick it too much. Once everything is on the layout, you won't notice if one is a teeny tiny bit bigger than the other. I'm going to be using these in place of those really small strips on the sketch, so that's quite a big size difference. But as with any sketch, there are always ways to change up things to fit different sizes. I can still create a similar look to the sketch, but with a little less detail. And this is going to take a lot less time to create than had I used the smaller strips. Don't ever be afraid to adapt a sketch design to fit you. If you want less detail, use bigger pieces, or vice versa. If you want more detail, use smaller pieces. With my strips cut, now I can start adhering them on the cardstock base. First, I use my ruler to draw a pencil line going across the cardstock, and this is going to be the guide for the placement of my first section of the strips. I'm going to adhere them with the edge right on that pencil line. I ended up cutting the strips for this section, and that worked for the most part, but in the end, one ended up being a little bit too short, but I'll fix that later. For now, I'm cutting and laying the strips out just to see if I like the color arrangement. I really want to see that color fade on the pattern paper in this strips arrangement. Next, I start adhering the first section of strips down using that pencil line as my guide. That one strip that was a little short, I found a piece of the same paper that matched that section, and I just cut off a tiny little piece and then used some glue and adhered it to fill in that empty space I had. For the second section of strips, I needed to cut a few more 12-inch strips just to ensure that they are long enough. Some of my cut ones don't work in certain placements. And thank goodness I had 2 sheets of this paper. To adhere these strips, I just use the previous selection as my guide for lining them up to get the correct angle. And I adhere them all down, covering the section of white cardstock and doing my best to keep the margins between all strips the same. And then I just trim off anything that is hanging over the edges. With the pattern section completed, next I'm going to start piecing my layout together. I am using a white sheet of cardstock from the February 2025 cardstock kit, and then I'm using this kind of ledger style paper for the other strip that will complete my background design. I went with a more subtle pattern design for that larger strip since I've got so much detail on the other section of the strips pattern. Now, together, these 2 pieces will be adhered onto the layout in the center, creating a large square background. I'm going to go ahead and add my 2 photos. I'm using foam adhesive for these to add some dimension. And these photos are so funny to me. The one on the right is me at 2 years old, and the one on the left is me at 3 years old. When I was 2, my mom took me to have a photo taken at the school she worked at, and she loved it. And it's because I complied and gave a sweet smile to the camera. So the next year, she thought she was going to get a similar sweet photo, but apparently I was in no mood for smiles, and I always laugh at the grumpy Allison photo. Now, the thing I was most excited to do with this heart pattern paper was stitch on it. That was the very first thing that popped in my head, so I was really excited to get to this part. So I start off by piercing holes along the edges of the hearts. Then I picked out embroidery floss that matches the colors in the fade that goes across the papers. I stitched each heart and did my best to match the transition of the color fade. Sometimes it's hard to find the exact point that the color fade changes, but I did my best. I used a backstitch to stitch the hearts. That's always my go-to stitch of choice. And I always love stitching the designs on a pattern paper. I always tell people that if you are interested in trying hand stitching, this is a great place to start. You just find a pattern paper with a design that you can stitch. You pierce holes along that design and then stitch. It's an easy way to kind of dip your toes into stitching without having to come up with your own designs. And there are so many great papers out there that are perfect for stitching on. Just in this February HKC pattern paper kit, I saw so many papers that would look so awesome with stitching on them. With my stitching complete, now I can start adding all of my embellishments. First, I'm adding this super cute frame to the grumpy photo. I've been in a streak lately of adding frames and tilting them on top of a photo. It's so funny how we get in these little personal trends that we do over and over. Next, I'm going to start adding some flowers to create a little cluster around my photos. This is going to frame the photos and help bring attention to them. It's also almost an exact copy of the original sketch design. For these flowers and the other embellishments I'm using, I'm trying to mainly stick to the colors you see in the pattern paper with the hearts on it. Some of the flowers have a few more colors added, and the darker orange pairs well with all of the other colors like the yellow and the lighter orange and the pinks. And of course, I am adhering most of these details with foam adhesive. I am absolutely addicted to foam adhesive and adding dimension on my layouts, especially when I am creating clusters. It's a great way to ensure that everything visually and literally stands out. I'm also going to add my title piece. I'm using the word sparkle for the main part of my title. I felt like it was kind of a funny word to use with my kind of mean mugging photo. Now I'm going to go through and add a few finishing touches to the clusters. I'm going to add a puffy phrase sticker to finish out my title. Then I'm going to add some puffy hearts in a few places, as well as a few punched hearts that are punched out of the yellow cardstock from this kit. I love this little puffy circle with a camera in the center, and since it fit the theme of my story, I decided to add it to the center of a flower. Next up, I am adding my journaling. It details the same story I told you about a little bit ago. I always love how I can wrap journaling strips around the details of my layout. That's why they will always be my number one when it comes to journaling styles. And as I was adhering the journaling, I remembered that the puffy stickers had some numbers. So I added a 2 and a 3 to document the ages that I mentioned in my story. And that completes my layout. This was so fun to create, and I am so very thankful for all of the awesome products Hip Kit Club offers. This was a super detailed layout that was super easy to create thanks to these fun papers and embellishments. If you are interested in learning how to use sketches, be sure to head over to my socials, all linked below, and you'll see that sketches are often the topic of conversation and the center of my creative universe. And I just came out with a new sketch set too. It has 10 one-page sketches that all feature 4 photos, and I'll link to that as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.